morning. It's Thursday, November the 1st, and we're live in the Nashville Fox 17 studios where it's Mornings with Ralph Emery. Coming up on today's show, she's a champion snowboarder and a TV host. Now she's ready to tackle a music career. We'll introduce you to Greta Gaines.
Free Ride with Greta Gaines is a program that is airing on Oxygen, Channel 98, Tuesday nights, 9 o'clock on Comcast. And it features extraordinary people, unforgettable places. As a matter of fact, the young lady who hosts the show is one of those extraordinary people, because at one time she was a champion snowboarder, probably still could do some serious snowboarding for you. She's now a television host.
That's right.
And she loves music, and we're concentrating on the music because she's in town for a performance tonight at 12th and Porter beginning at 9 o'clock. Say good morning to Greta Gaines. Hello, Greta.
The backwaters of the silvery lake, she steps to the beat of her own heartbreak, and that's where she talks to ghosts, unrelenting hopes for a woman so alive. Rosemary, gentlemen go by, but I'll never leave you. Cry, take a dance with a live band. Rosemary, gentlemen go by, but I'll never leave you. Cry, Rosemary, yeah. Take a dance with a live band. I'm alive.
Way to do it, Greta. Greta Gaines here on Mornings with Ralph Emery. By the way, Greta, I know you've been in town about a year. By the way, who's your friend over there?
This is Daniel Tashin on guitar.
Thanks, Daniel. Appreciate you coming out this morning, being a part of the show. We're going to visit with Greta, find out about her television show and her showcase tonight down at 12th and Porter.
12th and Porter, that's right.
Beginning at 9 o'clock. More on the way. Absolutely. 23 after the hour. Greta Gaines is here. Greta will be at 12th and Porter tonight. Thanks for coming out and doing the song for us this morning.
It was really fun. A great band, and now that I'm up, I feel good.
Don't worry about 10:30. You'll go, oh! Yeah. Nice hair.
Thank you so much.
No, I have to comment on. Not many people show up on the show that have the highlights you do.
Really?
Yeah. What color is that?
It's pink and fluorescent orange.
Pink and fluorescent orange. So you go into the salon and ask for those particular colors in the highlights?
No. I'm not that brave to actually go with pink hair all the time. It's spraying. And it washes out.
Cool.
Yeah, I can be back to blonde tonight if I want.
Versatile.
I like that. Hey, I'm going to have to try that one morning. That would be fun.
Wish I could do that with my gray, but it doesn't work that way. Hey, tell us how you go from snowboarding, extreme snowboarding, to television hosting. How'd that land?
Well, it was kind of a strange progression. I mean, I started snowboarding and playing music at the same time in Jackson Hole, Wyoming when I moved out there after college. And I just kind of fell into it. I just started snowboarding a lot. And then one day, some friends of mine talked me into going to Alaska and competing in the first World Extreme Snowboard Championships up there. And I was the only woman who showed up. This was in '92. And so that kind of put me on the map as far as being one of the pioneers for women in snowboarding. But I was also playing to drunk cowboys at night in the bars, like the Cowboy Bar and stuff. And so I was playing music and snowboarding. They've always kind of gone together. And then one day, you know, snowboarders aren't known for being the most articulate people on the planet. Not that I am either, but one day, you know, someone said, could you host this show for us on snowboarding? So I did that, and then one thing led to another. I did something on MTV, and then one day, it was a great day in Nashville, Oxygen called and said, do you want to come up and try out for the show? And I said, sure. So I did it, and I got the job, and then 2 years later, I was being a correspondent. They gave me my own show, which is Free Ride with Greta Gaines, and we have had the best time all summer on the road.
When you say extreme snowboarding, was that right? And
you it's a little, down? Yeah. You're like, this is normal snowboarding. This is extreme snowboarding. Extreme snowboarding is so steep, it's 55 degrees, that when you're standing at the top, like for your run, the hill looks concave. It looks like you're going to fall off the end of it.
Oh my God.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And you go off cliffs, and we do first ascents and big powder, trees, you know.
But don't
I love it.
But there's so much danger just from the looks of it. How many times have you been hurt doing that?
I've been hurt a lot.
Well, yeah,
I mean, I'm not that old, but I walk, you know, kind of like an old bullfighter. Like I get out of bed, I'm like, my knees, my ankle, my back. But I'm pretty mellow now. I don't get that extreme.
Your show, Free Ride with Greta Gaines, focuses on people who are able to, I guess, walk away or take some time off from their normal world and try some different and interesting things. Kelly and I were discussing this prior to the show about what we would do if we were able to step away from our normal jobs. I've yet to come up with something. What'd you come up with?
I think I'd want to hang glide.
See, I hang glided this summer.
Oh,
or
you're
hang
kidding.
glode. I don't know what the what the
glode?
past tense is, but and I went with an actress called AJ Langer, and she's on the show called Sisters. She used to be on she's really a cutie, and I'm supposed to be the extreme chick, you know, and she's so like, and I did not want to do it. And we started off with aqua gliding. That was my idea, because there's an engine in it. You just go up and ride in the bay and come back down. Well, she goes up in the aqua glider, and for the first time in the history of the aqua glider, it'll only turn left. So I'm there watching her just going like this, like trying to, taking all these left turns, trying to come down, and I said, all right, I'm not going up in that thing. And they said, well, we got to do aqua gliding. So we went to the top of Mount Tim in San Francisco, and I was strapped to this guy, Bodie, and I was singing, and it was like being in Lamaze class. I was breathing like this. I was so scared.
Let's go back to the part where you're strapped to a guy named Brody. No.
Heavy breathing.
What would you see me doing? See, I'm a rather conservative guy.
I could see you going caving.
Caving?
Yeah, spelunking down underground. I think you'd like that with the little miner's hat and a little zip-up suit. Or maybe trapeze school. I could see you doing trapeze school.
I see a special segment in our future.
And not everything has to be extreme. You know, there's a lot of environmental stuff on my show, and which I really love. You know, when we went tracking for grizzly bears out in East Glacier, Montana with Sheryl Crow, and we saw swift fox, and I try to get a lot. Those are the beats of the show and the things that I'm into: the environment, action, sports, and music.
I think I would probably not want to track the grizzly bears. I'd probably do the trapeze thing, maybe, with a big net. Hey, let me point out, your show that we just talked about is on Comcast 98 here in Nashville on Tuesdays at 9 o'clock. That's Oxygen. And 12th and Porter tonight. There's no cover. You can come by and see your show tonight, right?
It's free.
Absolutely.
So, if you're disappointed, we'll give you your money back.
Oh, no. I like your style, dear. You've been in Nashville about a year. It's good to have you in town. And congratulations on the success of your television show, too. I know you have a lot of fun with it.
Thank you. We're having a blast. Check it out.
Greta Gaines, good to see you. Should we find out, this is Shane Caldwell. I'll do your proper introduction in a moment. Hold on.
Yeah, I wanted the big walkout and everything.
Well, go over there.
Well,
go on over there.
Okay.
Just, seriously, go on over there because we need to find out, is fly fishing extreme enough to get David on your show?
Who's David?
Boy, we just blew his traffic horn right there real big, didn't we? No,
Yes,
he's got
it is.
different traffic.
It's as extreme as you want to make it, especially when you go in the drink over your head.
Okay, gotcha. Be prepared to get wet, Dave. That's all we can say. Ladies and gentlemen, Shane Caldwell.
how are you, dear? Good to see you. Hi, Charles. How are you this morning? Hi, everyone.
Where was I? Shane Caldwell.
In hell, Charlie. Welcome.
Yeah, no. Shane and his notorious band of characters are at T-PAC tonight. As a matter of fact, you're doing a show to benefit the families of the firefighters and the police officers in New York.
Yes, we are.
You're doing your show, the Enough Said show.
That's right.
And you're going to love this, Greta. You've got to tell the story of your album. Now, the album is called Drive Time.
It is called Drive Time.
Now,
and,
let me set you up by saying you produced this album, gave it to your record company, and they said, it's too good to release.
Yeah.
Now, that sounds like a joke. Is it a joke?
No, it really
Not a
happened. We were in a meeting. It was a big final meeting to decide what we were going to do with the record. And the head of the label said, you know, it just sounds too good. You just did it too good. And by the way, for any aspiring singers, songwriters, comedians, that's Music Row speak for we're dropping you. So if you're thinking of coming to Nashville to get in the music business, think again.
Right. Greta's taking notes over here.
Yeah.
So what'd you do when the album was too good?
Well, the producer and myself, who were both sizable guys, went in the office and said, give it back to us, and they did.
Oh, really?
So we're putting it out ourselves, and you know the thing worked out better, I think, because you know Music Row's having a hard time selling music right now, so I don't think they're selling comedy. Oh, I could get rougher. Come to the show, you'll hear more than that.
All right, so tell us about some of the characters who appear in your show tonight.
Well, the show is sort of it's a review of the southern male animal. I'm sort of a cultural zoologist. And I do.
You might want to scoot over a little bit, Greta.
Yeah.
Which way?
I don't know. That's your call, dear.
Yeah.
Let's find out.
I was talking. Yeah. It was. Yeah. That could be extreme for you, dear.
The southern what?
It's sort of a look at the southern male, and I do 10 different characters. Actually, we've added one character because I do a beloved southern icon at the very end. I do Andy Griffith, Sheriff Andy Taylor, as you've never seen him before, telling you what he really thinks about Mayberry. That's in fact, most of these characters, I'm too much of a coward to tell the truth myself, but I kind of do it through these characters in that way. There's no consequence. Oh, that was a character I was playing.
I understand.
didn't really mean that.
Now, that's your escape route, huh?
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
What's the most, we were speaking with Greta about extreme, what's the most extreme thing that you've done that maybe put yourself in danger?
Some extreme weight gain, I think, over the years. My weight's fluctuated. I did a show here a few years ago, actually back in the 80s, and when I started, I weighed a nice 185, you know, slim and trim, and over the course of the show, I was weighing in at a smooth about 260 at the end of it, so you got to watch me. 260? Yeah. I was a bartender, and unfortunately...
Water weight?
Yeah, little liquid weight, and unfortunately the kitchen was right behind the bar, so when I had to go back and restock beer, I would walk through the kitchen and I would grab a slice of cheese, and I would grab up 3 or 4 French fries and roll it up and then dunk it in this hot sauce and shove it in my mouth. I did that probably, you know, 15, 20 times a night. I called them my little candy bars. And if you're looking to put on some pounds.
That's the way to do it, huh?
That's the way to do it here.
All right, I want you to just relax, and if you want, you can leave the
Well,
set.
yeah.
Yeah, well, and if you want, oh, okay, yeah, talk about extreme. We're going to visit more with Shane and Greta. David, just so you know, Greta was looking around the studio trying to find you, and we informed her that you are in a deer stand at the intersection of 65 and 40 downtown, just keeping an eye on the traffic. Speaking of weather, let me point this out. You may or may not be aware of the folklore that's used in predicting Middle Tennessee weather, but Helen Lane in Crab Orchard, Tennessee, for all these years, predicted the weather looking at nature's signs. And unfortunately, she died last year, but her daughter, Melinda, is carrying forth the legacy. And according to her reports, we had 2 heavy fogs, so it'll be 2 heavy snows. Hornets' nests are built low to the ground, and the color of the woolly worms all indicate that we're going to have a pretty serious winter. Do you believe it?
Sounds like a bunch of voodoo to me. I don't know about that, Charlie. Day after Halloween, coming here talking all that mess, I'm telling you. He's got the devil in him.
No. I didn't until I came to work.
I'm hiding.
No, seriously, no, those things do come true in a lot of cases, you know.
Yeah.
Well, the Farmer's Almanac is based on a lot of the same kind of...
Absolutely. Where did you grow up, Greta?
I grew up in New Hampshire.
Okay, so did you rely on things like this or the Farmer's Almanac, and were they in general true or not?
We relied on the radio for snow days. And the old walk outside, finger in the air.
Yeah.
No, we didn't. It was cold and dark all the time, so you could pretty much rely on that.
Right, but Kelly, we also count on the National Weather Service to try to back these up.
Oh, yeah.
With their computers and all, right?
Yes, they have Doppler radar. They have all kinds of satellite images that they send to us. That's how we compute basically what's going to happen.
But Shane, you still seem to be
That's
bothered.
all that's of the devil. Computers are taking over the world. Don't believe it. There's coded messages in there.
Coded messages.
Oh, yeah. Of course, right now, I'm blinking in Morse code signals to my people. I tell you,
really?
know.
What are you
They
telling
know.
them?
Yeah, what are you...
It's a secret. If I tell you that, what's the point of the blinking?
I can't imagine.
I went to school to learn how to do that, and I ain't giving up my secrets right here.
You went to school.
That's right. It's a secret school, too. I'll tell you where it is. But
Who are your
kidding.
people? Who are your people?
they're out there. I don't even know what camera I'm on. I've been in TV for 15 years and can't tell. That's nice. That's a good look, too. Hey, come see me tonight in my miracle dancing chin.
Oh, this is as a result of the old bar days.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Some things you never get over.
Yeah, I understand. Let's get our final messages in, shall we?
Bring it on.
Okay. You are at TPAC beginning at 8 o'clock.
That's right.
Greta, you're at 12th and Porter beginning at 9 o'clock. So in other words, the evening is planned. If you're
That's
looking for
right.
something to do in this town, that's all you have to do,
My
right?
show lasts about an hour, and
And
you come down and
if
see
you
me.
come at 7:30 to 12th and Porter, you can get free food and drinks.
Oh, really?
And you
And-
get to talk to me.
And then run over and see his show, and then run back and see you.
Perfect.
We have planned your evening, Nashville. You can forget that World Series. Oh, wait a minute. It's on this channel.
Yeah,
Sorry.
don't forget.
Tape it. Tape it. And all you Nielsen families, which camera am I on? This one. Damn it, it's about time. Tape the World Series, and then all you Nielsen families write in the book that you watched it. And then we'll write you watch this show. It's the first day of sweeps, and boy, you made a fine choice of guests with me tonight.
He's saying what everybody on TV wants to say, but we
That's
can't
right.
because we're in the anchor positions.
That's right. What are they going to do to me? I've been kicked off Music Row, been kicked off TV. All I got left live performances, and they'll probably run me out of the building down there tonight. So see me for the last time. Appreciate it.
We're going to have to quickly go to break because they're towing his car out in front of the station here now.